Hey Pixies, and welcome to Fort Wilderness. Today I'm going to be sharing a room tour and setup of the cabin here at Fort Wilderness. So if you've wanted to peek inside and been curious about how your family would potentially fit in one of these cabins with pack and play strollers, the works here at Disney World, then you're going to want to stick around for that video. If you were excited to see it and see inside of the cabin, go ahead and click the thumbs up button, and let's get into today's video.
And our night here at Fort Wilderness was actually hosted by Whitleigh Stevens.
And she is an amazing travel agent who specializes in booking Disney vacations and loves helping families create core memories that are going to last a lifetime. So if you would like some personalized support along the way with the booking process as well as the planning process for your next Disney vacation, you definitely want to check her out. I will have her information linked below. You can check her out on Instagram, shoot her an email, and get in contact with booking something through her. But thank you again for hosting us here at the cabin, and let's jump in to the room tour. So here at Fort Wilderness, there are actually over 400 different cabins here. So depending on which little grouping you're in will depend on how far away from the bus stop and the pools and amenities and things that you are. You are going to be relatively close because they do kind of keep them as close in proximity as possible, but walking distance, it's going to kind of vary a little bit. One thing though that varies here versus staying in a regular hotel is you can actually rent a golf cart. So for the full experience, I highly recommend factoring in renting a golf cart to kind of get around here at Fort Wilderness, because you are basically a campsite, not RV park, but it's kind of like people are bringing their RVs and camping here and doing that sort of thing. So you are going to need ideally a golf cart to get around. So I would definitely factor that into your budget if you're going to be staying here. But it is absolutely so much fun, and my girls have loved using the golf cart. So just go ahead and factor that in. So you're going to rent the cabin and you're going to want to add the golf cart. So just go ahead and get that in your brain now. But it is really nice and also makes it a lot easier to get around. With us, we are in grouping 2600. So we are about a 5-minute walk if we were to go to the bus stop that takes us within the internal bus loop. Now that internal bus loop is going to take you to the outpost, the different places here that you can go for the different pools, as well as the recreation amenities, the dining, all of that good stuff that you have here at Fort Wilderness, as well as your transportation to the parks. So when you go to your local bus stop here, that will not be your transportation to the park. So with a normal Disney resort, like hotel, you're going to be going to the bus stop and getting on a bus to Epcot or a bus to Hollywood Studios. For here, you're going to get on a bus line, and it's going to take you to the right. You need to make sure you get on the right bus, can go to the outpost, and then that will have you get on a different bus. So you'll have to transfer buses to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, or Animal Kingdom or Disney Springs. So all of those are the water parks, whatever. So that's going to take you there. For Magic Kingdom, you're actually going to get on a different bus and go towards the water. Now that is going to be boat transportation only, so you can take the boat over to Magic Kingdom, which is absolutely amazing if you've never done that. Highly recommend doing it. But in case of inclement weather, they do have a bus stop down there that will have you board the bus to Magic Kingdom, and that's how you'll go. So 2 different places to go for your transportation. So just something to note, make sure you look at your map and know which park you're going to on which day so you can go to the right spot. So just a little bit of a learning curve I wanted to mention that's differentiated between here and your traditional Disney resorts that you've probably normally stayed at. So if you are staying here, that's one thing to kind of file away about transportation, is knowing that you're going to have that kind of internal bus loop that you'll need to take to get to wherever you're wanting to go here. So as you walk up to the cabin, just a little precursor to the inside, you do have access to a grill, which is really nice. So you can order groceries and be able to cook out. So it is a charcoal grill. So a little old school for some people, but you can actually be able to grill out here, which is really nice. Then coming up these stairs, you have your picnic table here. So lots of room. And then there are 2 entrances to the hotel, or to the cabin. You have one that you have to scan into, that's a main door that we'll go in just a second, and then this door, it doesn't have a touch point to scan in, so you would have to only come back in that after you've came out the door, if that makes sense. But it is access to the main bedroom of the cabin, so that's pretty cool. But going on the inside, you do have a little porch light that you can turn on, so don't forget to turn that on when you leave your cabin. But right as you come in, let my camera adjust to the inside light versus the outside light. So as you come in the door, you do have a table and chairs here for being able to sit and eat breakfast, enough of seating for the 6 people that can stay in the cabin. So you have 3 chairs and then a bench along the wall there. You do have a large like sitting chair here, which is really cool because just nice places to sit around. You have your couch. This little like ottoman table was in the center. We've moved it around for our setup. So kind of getting a little bit of setup and a little bit of room tour all at the same time here with how it looks with like pack and play, strollers, that sort of thing. But you do have your chair, and then extra bedding was sitting here for us to be able to put that on the sofa bed that folds out here. I'll show that later on in the video. So we'll fold it out, set it up, and you can see how that looks and everything in the room and how crowded or not crowded it looks. And then coming over here, you do have a couple of windows for natural light, and then obviously curtains to close those off for privacy in the evening time or whenever you want privacy. But, or if you need like toddlers sleeping, that sort of thing. We have our slumber pod sitting up here, and then the pack and play from Disney. When you are here, it is really easy to do this. All you need to do is press the housekeeping button on your phone. We just checked in and are in cabin 2606, and I was wanting to see if I could have a pack and play brought out. No high chair, but if I could do a bed rail. Do you guys have those as well? No, that's all for today. Thank you. And they will actually be able to bring those out. They also do bed rails, which I'll show in a little bit. And they also offer to bring out a high chair. So if you are sitting here and you have a baby that needs to be at a high chair, or there's 6 adults and maybe a little toddler or something, then you definitely can do that. Drag up a high chair for them to be able to sit at. So that's another option that you can have from Disney. But coming back around here, you have this whole setup, and then over in the corner we have our phone. We have just some snacks and things my husband has unpacked from his bag here. We have our clock sound machine. So we've got that all set up there, and then you can see the window, and then those lights do go on and off. And then down here they do have 2 cabinet doors, but these are not accessible to like guests. This is just like housekeeping stuff or whatever. And then coming over, you do have a large flat screen TV with a little bit of a shelf here under it, so room for like meds, things like that. I will put that up higher. That's just a quick set there, but usually I have our medicine bag and keep it up on a higher shelf, which that will be moved. We just dosed out of that. But for my diaper setup, I usually keep our diapers and wipes here. Our wipes have gone rogue, so I'll need to find those, but we like to have like a little setup for a couple of nights. And then you do have lots of drawer space here, which is really cool. And then this top one is thin and kind of shallow, but this one is very, very deep. And the second one down is the exact same size, and then repeat that on the other side. So lots of room for unpacking, putting any clothing if you wanted to like fully unpack, putting any of your packing cubes, things like that in there is really nice. And then this is the little like ottoman bench that was here in front. You could use that as a coffee table. You could use it as a bench for people to sit on, whatever you needed it to be kind of situation. And then these cabinets are actually open. So you do have even more shelving and storage. So if you're coming and spending a week or 2 here at Disney and staying in one of these cabins, you've got a lot of room to spread out. You have another counter space. We've got our little charging station set up over here, and then the girls' tennis shoes where they kicked them off and got very comfortable very quickly. So just one outlet on that side, nothing on this side. And then totally forgot to look at this side. Let's see. Hold on. Gotta move the hubby stuff. Nope, no outlets there. There is one back in the back there. So that's nice to see. Spinning around, you do have the sofa bed, which will fold out in a bit, and then another window that gives you kind of an outside view to your neighbors there. And then coming down the wall, we do have this stroller. Like, this is our double wide stroller, and this worked great for stroller parking. Now with the stairs, you do have to fold it to get it up, or like double, like 2 people, like lift it up and get it in here. But that is definitely an option. So if you want to park your stroller inside so it's not out in the elements, you can definitely do that. And then coming around to the kitchen, I'm just gonna back up and show you guys like how large this kitchen is. It's amazing. So let's dive right in. You do have your normal dishwasher, so very nice. A 4-toast toaster. Like, I feel like that's a little extra. Usually it's just 2, so that feels really nice. You do have an outlet there behind it. Coming up top, like, I don't know why I was way too excited about these, but would you look at these mugs? Like, how cute are these? Like, I feel like I should be sitting out on the porch, like drinking some lemonade or something. We are from Tennessee and I grew up going to Gatlinburg, and I literally feel like I'm like somewhere like that. I feel like I'm in the mountains, like I'm in the Smoky Mountains, and I'm in this little like cabin area. Like, I don't feel like I am here at Disney World and getting ready to like go to the parks. Like I feel like I'm getting ready to go to Dollywood or something. Like this does not feel normal. But they also have like some coffee mugs up here and then a couple of mixing bowls and things there on the top. Coming over to this second bank of cabinets here, you have all of your plates, serving platter up there, and then some dessert plates and bowls as well. So lots of little dishes and things that you would need for staying here. And then this is just wide open space. So if you're ordering groceries, you actually have somewhere to put them, which is really nice because sometimes they don't allow space for that. You do have a little pitcher. Like, see, I could make myself some lemonade in that right there. Then you've got your little measuring cup up top, and then over the microwave, you do have some storage up there as well. You do have a full-size microwave, which is really, really nice. And then a 2-burner, like little range top here. So nothing super fancy. You're not cooking 5-course meals on this. I mean, some people might. You might be talented enough to do that with 2 burners. But for a quick family dinner, for eating in, saving money, cutting costs, that sort of thing, this is going to be perfect. You do have your coffee maker, got a brand new cutting board. I don't know if this is like normal that every cabin gets a brand new cutting board after every like guest, or if we just lucked out and got a brand new cutting board. I'm not sure about that one, but you do have that going on there. You have all of your coffee supplies like they normally do in other hotel rooms here at Disney World. Coming back over to this side, you have all of your grilling utensils, a little spoon there, and a turner for being able to cook things. You can fry yourself some eggs, what have you. And then down here in this cabinet, you have all of your pots and pans, your colander, things like that to be able to cook and do. And then over on this side, we'll start up here, have all of your silverware, steak knives in the back. So if you're grilling out, you've got perfectly, like all that good stuff. Can opener, all of your normal things that you would need for that. Your towels, products for washing the dishes. So you've got your hand soap, dish soap, that sort of thing, and a little sponge. And then you also have another empty drawer down here. So more storage space, which is really, really handy. And then you have that little section going on there. And then spinning around here, you have your fridge and freezer. So you even have an ice maker, which is really nice. You can fill up your water bottles before you head out to the parks or to the pool or whatever you're going to be doing here at the resort, because there's so much to do. A nice size refrigerator. So if you're traveling with family, little kids, babies, this is going to be amazing. Spinning around, that is the front door that we came in there. So it is so cute in here, you guys. I love this. And heading down the hall here, as you come in the door, you do have a nice little coat rack so you can hang your rain jackets, any sweaters, things like that. This is for, again, like maintenance. This is not guest accessible, so there's no like closet or storage or anything in there. And then heading down on the left side of this hallway, you do have a window out to the picnic table and your little deck area. Coming on down behind the door, you have your dustpan up top there, and then a broom hanging behind the door. So you do have lots of storage. And then this is like a vent fan. I'm not going to turn it on now because it would get loud for like listening and audio quality, but there is that up there. And then coming over here, you do have your one and only bathroom in the cabin. So that's a little hard when you do have maybe 6 people trying to get ready in the mornings. But they do have some other spots here in the cabin that you can get ready. So I'll show those in just a second. But you do have lots of drawer space here in the bathroom. So same size drawers all the way down until the bottom one. And it does get a bit deeper down there, and that houses your hair dryer. Coming over, you do have some towels, all of your linens, washcloths and hand towels, things like that. Extra toilet paper there in the bottom. And then coming up here to the counter space, you have your Disney toiletries. You've got your lotion, your face soap, hand soap there, your bar soap, whatever you want to call it that you can have. And then you also have, we've got our like toiletries and stuff sitting over here. You do have some tissues there, but we've just kind of got our things set up. We've got our toiletries ready to go. We've got stuff ready for pajamas when we come back and do bath time after our pool time. More swim diapers, stuff like that. So we are ready to go. And you do have a nice little outlet there. Spinning around, you do have your bathroom, toilet, and then this is our little like travel squatty potty that we bring so that our toddler can easily get up and go to the bathroom. This toilet isn't as tall as some of them, but some of the Disney toilets get really tall and it's hard for her to like get up and on them. So we do like to bring that. And then I have a little trash can, or they have a trash can, it's not mine, but they have a trash can right there. And then over here on the side, they do have some towels hanging there. And again, you do have a window window to the outside world. It is kind of a frosted glass. So you do have your privacy even if you wanted to open that and allow some of the daylight in. People aren't going to be able to just see you in all of your glory. And then coming around, you do have your shower back here. So tub and shower combo, so perfect if you are bringing little kids. You can do a nighttime bath routine, and then of course they do have the Disney toiletries in here as well with your body wash, shampoo, conditioner, all that good stuff, and quite a few little shelves here for being able to store things. We've just got our bath toys there ready to go, and then of course they have a towel ready for you to put down on the ground, kind of as a rug situation, so when you're stepping out the floor isn't slippery with your wet toesies. Coming around, this like keeps going, you guys. I feel like this cabin just keeps on and on and on going. So we're back in the hallway. There's the broom again, so just kind of give you a position of where we are. Now we're going into the main bedroom. You do have your full-length mirror, so you can do your fit check in the morning. And then this is the other door to the outside that I mentioned that you would have to go out it to come in it, because there's not a little scan-in touch point for your any devices or for your magic bands to be able to open this door specifically. But coming around, you do have your queen-size bed, so full adults can sleep in that. It is kind of tucked into the corner, so you will kind of have to crawl across or crawl off the end if you're the person that's by the side of the wall, but they do like maximize the amount of people they can get in this room with adding in the bunk bed over here. I really love that they have this underbed storage, which is awesome, because if you do have 6 people in here, you're gonna have suitcases with you for the most part, so having a space to store those is absolutely amazing. So we're just gonna come on around. You do have the 2 little bear lights overhead, which these are like kind of separate from each other, so if one person wants to turn theirs off and say the other one is still up reading or whatever, you can do that. And then they do have some cool little artwork of the Frontierland at Disneyland. It's kind of just some Disney frontier art, but I love all of the theming. It is just full on and just 10 out of 10 for the theming here at this cabin. Coming around again, you do have another window and a nightstand here in the center with a couple of little drawers, nothing too large, but you do have a spot to put things if you like to do that beside of your bedside. And then behind you have one outlet. There is a plug that is already being used back there for the lights over on this side of the room for the bunk beds actually. So you have the lower bunk, and this is one of the bed rails that Disney supplies. So you can just, again, like I called housekeeping and asked them to bring out a pack and play, you can do that for the bed rails as well. It's the exact same thing, and it just slides right under here beautifully on this bed. It's like it was literally made for putting a bed rail on there. And then you do have your neat little light overhead, which can be turned off. There's just a little twist knob under the bottom there, but it just has such a fun cabin feel. You can tell my toddler is ready for bed. She's already put Punzi in there in her blanket, so she is all set. You've got the ladder here for the top bunk, and then again, same situation. You do have your deer light up there with a little toggle like twist switch on the bottom that you can turn it off, so that's pretty cool. No fan to report in this room, sadly. For those of you that like fans, I hate to disappoint you, but there is not one in this cabin, so if you're a fan person, you might want to pack one. Coming around here though, they do have yet another window. This one is not frosted, but you can see out to the outside world. And then again, I mentioned earlier that there was only one bathroom, but if you have multiple people needing to get ready, here's another space. So you have all of this counter space that you can like set out your makeup, ladies, or whatever you need to do to be able to set up and like get ready for the day, or like lay out clothes or whatever you need to do. You have your mirror, and then here on the side you just have your light switch for the light right up above. So that's pretty cool. Coming over, you do have a little bit of a closet here with your safe, your ironing board, and your iron here on the right side. And they do have a luggage rack, some extra blankets and things. And then of course I have my owner's locker and stuff there on top, and a little just a pull curtain that you use to do that. So not doors or something taking up space of like opening into the room or anything like that. So that's really helpful as well. Another thing I will note is if you needed a pack and play in here, it would 100% fit in this little nook over here. So if you have 2 babies or something and you need one in one room and one in another, you could definitely do that. Or if you're the family with the baby and you want to have the pack and play in here, it will 100% fit there. You just have to move that little table, just set that somewhere else in the cabin, place it in the closet, whatever you needed to do. And you would have space for that there as well. So that's really good to know. And then over here, you just have some more drawers, same size all the way down. So not super big drawers, but you do have more space. And then you do have your TV there on this side of that.
And then here is that bed folded out in the living room. It actually feels still quite spacious around it. Like, I know that sounds like a very strong word to use when you have a sofa bed folded out, but you can get to the other side very easily, the drawers under the TV, that sort of thing. But I felt like it was a really, really nice size room, so that helped. But thank you again to Whitleigh for hosting us here for this evening. Also, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, the red subscribe button if you want more Disney fun in your subscription feed, and I will see you guys right back here in my next one. Bye, you guys.